Won't take much of your time. I'll just straight shoot with my questions. I mean, you are somebody who are associated with one promotion for the longest time, right? And here you are with Impact. And it seems there's been a reinvigoration of wrestling, so to speak, pro wrestling, with various promotions at the forefront, not just one now. So, and like performers like you've been around for a long while are driving that. So I just want to get a sense of, how's the landscape of pro wrestling in US right now as compared to what it might have been 10 years back?
There's competition everywhere now. I mean, 10 years back, man, there was just one juggernaut, and it was just, WWE, and that was it. Impact was there, but it was, it was like up and down, up and down. But I feel like the growth of social media, the growth of like these pay-per-views you can get on and all this stuff, to where like now if you got good talent and a good roster, your brand is one of those, that attracts people, that makes people want to watch. And I feel like, with, Impact and everything, it's been doing that. It's been getting, so much good talent floating through there, coming in and out, and it's one of those brands that has a good programming. It has it's professional. So to me, it's one of those things to where, WWE is, big time and all that stuff with, they've been around forever and this and that, but it's so good to see now other organizations and other companies getting that spotlight and, getting shown to where there's more wrestling than just one spot.
That's great. That's great. And just a follow-up to this, I mean, it helps in a way that when promotions are working together, right? I mean, there are various promotions.
Oh, yeah. Together. I mean, that's always cool too. And that has a lot to do with like who's running the show too. Like the, behind the scenes, like with AEW and Impact working together and Impact and WWE working together, that's pretty much, Hunter, Tony, Scott, all these guys putting it all together. So, but no, it's really cool to where I think it's funny. Everyone's always talking about that forbidden door. And I kind of feel like Impact is it, because Impact's going everywhere with it, man.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, Impact's going, Impact's is being noticed. And my next question was that, like, you came to Impact, you had to go off for a while because of injury. You came back, and ever since you've had some, there's a constant, there's a stream of matches there. Just talk to me about the Impact roster currently, how diverse, how talented bunch of these guys are, because ultimately the product becomes amazing because of the talent. And it seems that the bunch of talent that currently Impact has, be it the women's division, be it, the X division, or, you guys, it seems to be a really, really cool bunch right now.
Yeah, right now at this moment, like the Impact locker room that I'm sharing with is an amazing group of people, men and women. And they go out there, they, put their bodies through everything that I've done. It's just one of those things to where it's like they buckle down, and once they know what they're doing, they go out there and they knock a home run. I mean, these guys, like all the talent there, they're professional. They look good. They can put on a good show, put on a good match. That locker room is a very, very talented locker room. I'm just glad they're letting an old man like me get up in there. So, but the funny thing about it is that like there's a lot of like young talent, and I like just watching them grow. Like that's the best thing about it. But no, Impact definitely has a great locker room, a good like feel, good vibes behind the scenes and everything, and everyone works together good. So, honestly, that's all you can really ask for a company to make it succeed is, God, please work together. Good, please. So no, they got a hold on everything. They're doing good.
Right. I mean, you talked about the roster being such young, talented guys are also there, but there's always that you need to have that mix of experience as well. And somebody like you, as I mentioned earlier, you've been around the block for a while. Now you've been, if you're in a program with Eddie Edwards, who, like, personally for me, one of the most underrated talents, who's been, there for a long time. And now for you, I mean, when you are going up against somebody like an Eddie Edwards, I mean, how does it make it easy knowing, you're going against, somebody like him? or is it drives you to, step up your game? And what's the kind of dynamic when two, veterans, so to speak, really come together for a program? Because there's a lot of eyes on you guys, from the younger talent, and even from the management point of view, there's a lot of expectations.
Yeah, it's both. It's both, actually. It's one of those things to where, Eddie's been around forever. He's very talented, very gifted, very good. Like, I mean, hands down, one of the best wrestlers in the back, period. And that's any locker room he's in. But it's one of those things to where, like, when I got to Impact, there's like 5 guys that I've been wanting to get in the ring with, and Eddie was one of them. And Eddie was one of those ones where I was like, I think we can have fun. It'd be easy. He's good. All this stuff. But Eddie, halfway through the match, likes to kick it up a few gears, to like, when he chops you, your soul definitely leaves your body and you're looking at yourself. Yeah, he has like stone hands. Like, it's like, I'm not lying. He chopped me a few times and I was like, don't hit me again. Like, you stop it. But no, he's a very good talent. And, he, to me, like that, he was one of those guys, like I said, I wanted to get in the ring with and everything, but he'll push you, man. He'll make you switch gears. He'll make you go just because, you have to do that in there. And once you start doing that, you start having fun. And then the kids in the back start watching like, ooh, look at this. And then the fans get into it. The fans can feel that energy. So yeah. What was that question again? That's where you got me out here talking about matches and stuff, man.
How you both really would think about managing the stuff that you do in the ring. But yeah, I got my answer.
There you go.
Like,
you got me going off here now.
No, that's good. That's good for this kind of interviews. If you go off because you're somebody, you would have a lot of stories, I'm assuming. So it'd be great. I mean, if you can go off, for sure. Look, I like for you from your WWE days, you were very much, a character-oriented wrestler. And there's always this debate about, a pure wrestler or entertainer, how to find, a middle path in that. And you were very much character-oriented. There are Heath Slater or be it Heath, the characters are what, you remember the most. And Impact, there's a very different side of you right now. I mean, which is a bit different from what you have done in the past. Can you talk to me about, how you approach, these kind of various gimmicks and personas, how you build on it? It's basically to connect the audience and what goes through, in making that and, taking it forward.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's just because it's ran differently backstage from WWE and Impact. It's just, it's a different program, different way that they, organize things and everything. Pretty much WWE, you have a little bit of say, but that say just doesn't go far, So it's one of those things where, like, if you look at my run there, I was a rookie into a rebel, into a watered down thug rebel, to a one-man band, to a 3-man band, to, and then from there I went to be a social outcast, and then to tagging, and then from a social outcast, I'm a dude with kids now that lives in a trailer park. It's just like, there's so many things that they're like, all right, you're doing this now. Here's a script. Right. But at Impact, though, they're like, how do you feel? What would you like to do? What they come to you, they ask you, like, oh, even in promos, they're like, well, how would you say it? And then you can actually be yourself, and the fans can actually see the real you, and they can, like, either like you or not. That's what I feel like is the difference between it. It's just one place is that, you got a script and you got to obey, and the other place is, you get to be let loose and have fun and everything. So it's just two different dynamics of how you run places.
So in a sense, what we are seeing right now is the realist Heath, so to put it that way.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to know that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Great, fantastic. And as you would know, I'm from India, so there's a bit of Indian connect there. Just I want to bring in. Look, the Indian market is huge in terms of wrestling. Everyone's trying to tap in. It's not just one promotion. Like, everybody's trying to tap into this market for a fairly long time. and there has not been that kind of success. But I do want to know, or have your take on one of the Indian talents that you have on your roster, which is Bhupinder Gujjar. I mean, your thoughts on him, if you have been able to, see him perform or watch him or observe him closely. How does his future, you look, and if there is any advice that you want to give him in terms of, this character building, improvements as a wrestler, yes, overall thought.
Yeah. Oh, Bhupinder, man. He's young. Let's just say that he's young, so he has that youth, on his side. He's a good-looking kid. He busts his butt. He tries and everything. But I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think he told me that he's only wrestled for like 4 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Is that what it is? It's something like that. Yeah. So like him doing it for 4 years, I've been doing it almost 20. So it's like one of those things where like I can still see him get nervous. I can still see the butterflies in his stomach and everything. Like I see that stuff. Like he lets it come out, but he, like I said, he's young. He's a good looking kid, and like literally sky's the limit for it, because I mean, he has a good size to him. He listens. He's been putting on some good stuff with Brian Myers. So, yes. and Brian Myers is, man, hands down one of the best workers out there. Like he's just really good. So Bhupinder's in the ring, going against the guy where he can learn from also, but no, I feel like he has a good future. Like I feel like if he keeps his nose clean, keeps going forward, moving forward and learning, like the kid's got a bright future.
Great.
I want to see him be a bad guy though. Like a Miami Vice silk shirt, like a Razor Ramon look.
That's kind of an aberration in a way that, most of your foreign talent or, South Asian talent are really, put up as a bad guy. And Impact for change, maybe, they've done that babyface kind of a role with him.
Yeah.
Not just with him, they've tried it earlier with Mahabali Shera as well. So that way Impact's, in a way, taking it to a different direction also.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they definitely do. But I want to see Bhupinder as a heel. He needs those bright silk daggone button-up shirts.
He'll be able to pull off that Razor Ramon look.
Yeah, just be more cocky and cool. I could see him doing that.
That would be great, yeah. And talking about India, look, I cannot but bring in 3MB here. I noticed the background there. I have to. And a certain Jinder Mahal there. I'm just curious that are you guys in still touch? What's the equation? Because I have interacted with Jinder, Yuvraj Singh Desi quite a lot of times. And he comes across as a dude who's very serious, doesn't really let his guard down whenever, I mean, any beat anywhere. Now, how is he, like with you guys? I mean, we've been traveling together and a lot. Just want to.
Man, 3-on-B was so much fun, man. Like we had fun. Of course, it was one of those gimmicks to where we're like, man, what in the world are we doing? But it was like the good thing about us is that we were friends outside of the business. Like we would hang out, when we're not wrestling and stuff. So when they put us all together, it was just like, man, well, at least we're with our buddies, we can trust these guys. So I mean, it was a good thing. But I mean, we did our best with it. I mean, 3-on-B lasted for almost 2 years, and we never got a t-shirt either. Like, what the heck? Thinking of 3-on-B, it's funny you said that, because I have been trying to collect the 3-on-B action figures.
Oh,
and I finally got them.
Fantastic. That's great.
Yeah. So it was funny because like I found me and Jinder, and then like I couldn't find Drew anywhere, like the 3-on-B Drew. And then Myers found him for me and gave him to me. But it's funny you're saying 3-on-B, and I'm like looking right at him. I'm like, well, shoot.
Final question, Heath, about the victory card, a Stella card, and the match features like everybody. You yourself are with Alexander Swan and Edwards. There's Mickey James also there. There's Steven Bennett as well. You're just, a general idea about what we can expect, from Victory Road.
I mean, Victory Road is September the 23rd. I mean, my match is me, Alexander, and Swan against Honor No More. There's definitely going to be fireworks. It's definitely going to be intense. And I can guarantee a damn good show. And that's a fact coming from my mouth. But I know for a fact that I'm going to get my hands on Honor No More and I'm going to beat the living crap out of them. And that's my whole goal. So, yes, if I was you, I would tune in because Josh Alexander, he's a stud and he's really mad too. And Swan, he's a wild, daggone man. So it's one of those things to where like Honor No More has, you know, a butt whooping coming to him for sure.
Great. Thank you for your time, Heath. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you too, my man.